you are pegging your money at around 3,000 Ghana cedis. The 3 nights, Krana, you are 9,000 cedis. How many people in this country?
And a bit to me.
And the Bekwase. Yes, at the Arisabao.
Yes.
At the Arisabao,
application.
At the Nigeria Brady Pedriano. And my Bushana Casa who says, but how many people can? How many people? How many people can afford 9,000?
Hotel boy in this country.
We should look at it.
A whole big idea was
we should look at it. That time near Casano. Dr. Randiabi be church on my certain breakdown of why a hotel bono. But in all these situations, I still believe that people want to patronize our local stuff.
Yes.
It's your moon, not your hotel.
Because it doesn't make sense. So we'll call baby to say Dubai, for example. Dubai is
a $50 hotel.
Yes, but I say a artificial city. It's a city built. I won't say anything natural be with Dubai. But in Ghana, a man move to the Adan area, move to Volta region proper, Besenko Western region, ko Central region, ko Northern region. There is this one place Menya se meko unse one hotel be war in the middle. Domeo Kaisa hotel ni di. War forest in Finfin.
Peninsula na.
The peninsula dia wa here. Make up extreme.
How can north? Okay.
Almost say enye Japa Dubai. Enye Japa Dubai. We na ye almost Germans be na baba be. Beautiful place.
Oh, north.
Yeah, or north. It was a mole park in Finfin. Baby, as I will be ATM no Kaya will be to me Ediaba. Enye Japa Dubai also.
Well, we'll be back.
But I think there are some beautiful places in Ghana. Say a boniba form kakra na service ni improve kakra. Nko for nko sa Dubai ni ade ni bebre. They will stay.
Compare on your family ni for a week. Now we have budget out for a week.
Yes.
Now if you Jack tell it.
It's too much.
We need
it's
to.
too much.
We need to.
But it's the bigger way real estate. Zainab Lodge. Zainab. Yeah.
Oh, a lodge now come on.
Beautiful place. I'll check it online.
Okay. Zainab.
But I think the biggest way in so man how and when a part of in command need first. How are you lucky investment in uncompleted buildings?
Hey.
Uncompleted and then anonym reason and say I pesi see a dan akase bebre dodo when you juma for when you asase now we see 5-bedroom apartment what the other it was anka we 2-bedroom you between no abusua for a complete investment in uncompleted buildings in and I know way for no statistical service a census report not a womb it's crazy
but
uncompleted buildings
real estate is we have to look at it obi na Ghana a studio size a crown normal culture say a starting from $65,000 now I'm going to say now yeah crown say be oh I mean who you mobo no now two now can say $65,000 on no two government is going to on the country needs to regulate some of these things obi na how on my cities all the estate buildings or whatever they quote it quite billboards I can say studio apartment is starting from $35,000 $65,000 why
studio apartment
why
and obi own him studio apartment why? One room kitchen no room him toilet and bath first baby just one room
we have been abused though every facet of this country are open up for abuse because it's like you need control measures via our system. But why? We are real estate to complementing a buyer for ta Amasamai Saglime. They are buying now.
Osha baby a dining BCA. A B quoted $450,000. Hey, now we say dying war. Your friend is saying, I'm right here. A chill baby.
I'm telling you,
$450,000.
This amount of money.
I'm right here.
Actually, yes, estate developers. Yeah, damase pane dia moye. More complementing the effort of government, but no currently say we are being abused. You see, it's too much. Sometimes you ask and say, "I have found essential some of these."
But most of them say,
you know,
majority important.
They be done. Let us
if that fundamentals.
But that is why we have failed ourselves as a country. Obi, that is why we have failed ourselves as a country. Make country because say you fail yourself. No matter this is Ghana, any man, so what is the problem? Cost of production become as a meboa. say oh yeah your cost of production doing business in this country. But I'm telling you that and no matter this is that papa from bent bricks to whatever clay to cement to bibia nuya who person see nuya dan now ko abroche nuya dan
na America nuya dan
na yen ko fa so the rosewood ko si dan wo be na otiri nyina tutu. Why?
Because sometimes I may call Aqua Safari now share a dine or mudi nuya na me say now this is a beautiful hotel where used to well Aqua Safari I think say virtually everything in that hotel no was sourced locally. And why I say you replicate or other dying near money common na bibia it's
the obi we dey a hard and ba we dey betwa mu na quickly min kai wo say nano da no
ba wonim say eyi Anthony Nupenu. Good afternoon, Obi. Please tell Oman to stop shouting. No investor is abusing anyone. When the fundamentals are weak, direct the lamentation to government, not to
anyone see government after government.
Yes.
And when I'm catching beside say now per dance here when my papa Nupenu pacho.
Government policy, yes. Policy should help us to do.
Maybe I want to because about after buying what we do is that we trade in the dollar. Yes. We allow people to come and give us prices. Na Fiera said Wadaroma. If Fiera Afibiano would 2,500. Next year, Fiera for Moji amount for 2,500. Only record 3,500. Why? What's the
regulation?
What's the basis for that?
And now, Okwaka say
what's the basis for that?
What's
the but Daya Sema Obi. Ubetimi Okasa Okada Sebo Kumasi and Kraya. Takrade. And a Cape Coaster, you marvel. Now, no, there's some oil situation. And down there for 1,000, and down there 3,000. And if we don't put in checks, it is look when we don't know that government has a certain responsibility. Yeah. But government should put a check. Yeah. It should put a check. Now, say, Moya Iron Ross Barbonting, now Iron Ross no quality. And from the Amose, Yanko Ministry of Trade, no, Moko Hamsumai. Cement in your papa dia. Now na buy no kase ebia they do yeah the censorship be back to regulate the front of even real estate people are and they will say a problem. We know that the cost of doing production in this country is extremely high. And don't you obi be kwa for paste if you abanoni aba no be so aye paste to ye paste ni bo be kwa koye din we agree. So what I say we agree. That's why I make us say where we've gotten to now as a country. On the 7th of December. Collectively, we need to understand that we are going to elect people into office.
Yes.
They will not think and reason like what we have done over time. These are breeds of people. No more Ghana. No more Abadaya. We cannot continue to be in this situation of always going a begging. Because the more you go a begging, the more you lose your steam.
Yeah.
It is very critical. This election is very critical. And unique because as I said you define your shepherd all together again. All of us, we have fallen short of that Akwenya 10 times in terms of the progress of this country. The speed. But encouragely, Achia enso emuye ebekesia ba kopano. That's why me ka say obi a otifie. Now you say mentuaba. O de koso to fie.
Obi beto.
No, o de koso fie. No tu wie no ka cho say nupenu. Ono ebe osadi illegal lotto babaka. No be ka say na nupenu di illegal lotto sa banka to banka sa ba. Ba ka cho ko na ko say nupenu ntimi fa banka to banka ambaba. O so nkoto aba. Koso fie na ka say mentuaba. It's a responsibility. Oh, your mind pa and your chopper. That is why I disagree vehemently to the people who are giving people money to go and vote for them. And a bad practice. And nobody better say your man yourself no. And you baby tell man for no. I say boy woman we are man yourself no. It is the your man yourself no boka MSK we are. Oh who the NT say obetna so a. Who was them and I was the and True. You have a responsibility. You're a citizen of this country. We are eligible because you've gone through a process. Everything out to aba. Say nya nya consider kese bia. E die pa na control aba. Now for Lord Fair now say for Lord Fair bia 2 series. Oh kasa. 2 series. Sometimes we paint a picture as if say we are almost dead. By year back, you go turn to 300. What do you mean? Now collab keke. Also to me collab. Collab o da jije mo akwana collab 350 or 400 or 500 na for collab na twa wa ya. Also ntimi. Ba wo be kwa akojisika, akotwa ituma, akotrese dwase, akoye nyoma ensem fata. Let's prioritize. Because if we don't prioritize, continuously, this is how we are going to complain. Sure. And the Americans say we are so funny. Say, we got 10 years Christmas, 12 years Christmas. The Makola Marca, nothing has changed.
The same thing.
It's the same thing. Obi that's the slogan. So we will stop deceiving ourselves. What the point is? Yeah, so yeah,
but answer no man mestre when there are some messages are about on in common earlier on in Kolane de no Elder Amos Kevin and anu say hoye no the passion and one area where dimutintimaye or say he sent a quote from John Adams. John Adams was the second US president. Or say children learn the meaning of morality, religion and respect for law from the habitual fidelity of their parents to one another. Into the awofo no de mame ye kire ni kunu ye ni kunu ye kire ne yere eno na nkwala no esua. Children learn the meaning of morality, religion and respect for law from the habitual fidelity of their parents to one another. Into mohun kita hudie obani okunu. Very important. Second one from John C. Maxwell's The 5 Levels of Leadership, 2011. Or say, if you think you are leading, but no one is following, then you are only taking a walk. If you think you are leading, but no one is following, then you are only taking a walk. John C. Maxwell. Also, there are the distinctions of a family. These are the distinctions of a family we seem to be losing in Ghana. Family, according to him, a Jinahoma fellowship of faithful friends. A, affirming each other's worth. M, meaning well at all times. I, interdependent exchanges. L, leaning on each other. And Y, yearning to be together. In the way, Amos Kevin and
oh, okay, no wonder.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. You know, adding some more insight.
Meaning how but I think that either I don't know whether it's too huge a scope or maybe say some of these people, some of the schools or the minor like gender ministry, NCC, should equip or should partner them in some exercises like this to educate.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think he does that. He uses the power of radio. I know him say or science so a lecture at Pentecost University.
Yeah.
You know, and he uses the power of radio to also reach out to so many people. We say Obi, talking about positive impact. Honorable Frank Asiedu Bequin Protozoa is organizing a free health screening for all the constituents in Sohom as we speak. Kudos to him, Alex Martinson. We say Obi, I support what Omanhene is saying about parenting, but I suggest we buy the iPad or tablet and put parental control monitor than give our personal phones.
It's true.
I'm saying this because on our group platform, most indisciplined among us sometimes send nude videos.
It's very true.
And they might mistakenly watch it.
It's very, very, very true. It's very, very true. It's so true. Say,
at least
yes, and
parental control.
Sometimes
features
you are forced to sit by them.
Sure.
Because these platforms no come as them. And now when I order to be there, we try to bam. Exactly true.
That is why we should be putting up small houses just to accommodate us for now and build others for rentals. We can renovate our old house to suit our dream house. That's also a really, really good point. We say Obi. Hey, now unim say Charles ni take Tego na Enroy and birthday.
Yes, I know they said the piano Paul.
So Presbyterian.
Consider the Prebia a radiation being come on the better social media.
Charles ni take Tego Charlie. Belated birthday to you. I hope you had a fantastic birthday. Now me pen a picture or share no or share the Presby in Toma. Our permanent kama. And I will do the Presby no on the Kuma
Presby. That's a Presby. What the Dominic Charles ni take with the idea. A Presby hymns when a popular.
Oh, say any day.
Methodist actually for in terms of hymns.
Methodist will more him because of John and Charles Wesley.
There
will be any Methodist war. Popular hymns.
Oh yeah, for 1,000 tongues. For 1,000 tongues.
Presby or but Methodist were more popular hymns. Essaying
Presby na I'm a girl crowd or Mescas or Monsanto money.
Newman. Yeah, what can she Presby? Oh yeah. So yeah, thank God. I'm going Bible there from saying. So a Sunday school teacher. Dakwa Newman. Yeah.
Oh sir.
Yeah.
And then Papa the channel and I'm the channel. On one training school. A Presby a Sunday teacher.
Oh, but not the Papa corporate.
And I'm on a piano required. The Papa and the mommy.
I think the Papa, right? Yeah. And the Papa.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, sir, Obi, I am now at Ghana Christian International High School as Director of Spiritual and Social Development. Amos Kevin Anan.
Oh,
see, honor. Sir, school now, Professor Stephen Ade school. Yeah. Executive Chair.
Professor Stephen Ade. Oh, yeah. School,
fantastic reviews. Fantastic reviews. And I think kudos to Professor Stephen Ade and his team.
They have, I think, about 4 crops beyond Legacy Girls.
Yeah, Legacy Girls.
Christian High.
Ashesi University.
Yeah, another DBS, Ashesi.
Yes.
They've maintained a certain standard.
A testament to what? When you unleash the private sector with the right systems and the right environment, they can do some amazing job. I mean, first day I'm in Ashesi, I was like, wow. I mean, ukata wenite. Yama say the adiabo weni. Near do drive free hard who could see a chess company be when you're before war. Oregon and that's all. New York, baby. That's what the private sector can do. And from in common matter about Christian High, not to say they are doing
that's what
really good job.
They've maintained our standards.
Legacy Girls and
they've maintained our standards.
It's good. I mean, good competition to public senior high schools now over the years. The standard. And I'm the one saying quite options be
okay, so Obi, quick one. On these school buses, school buses, I've been driving around Ghana.
Okay.
But particularly in Sunyani and Kumasi. I think I see that school now the beautiful beginnings or patase.
Beautiful beginnings.
Air conditioned. Air conditioned.
Air bus.
Air conditioned.
And all the fan kolano.
Sweet.
Oh, really?
Very relaxed.
Beautiful beginnings.
Nagis, almost super.
Nagis never here.
Nagis school, Kumasi.
Okay.
Me bus na me.
Okay, that's fine.
Asukwa Baptist, or improve on the agency.
Asukwa Baptist. That's a Saito and a Saito.
Asukwa Baptist, no car, no use
a private school.
Yes,
I saw in the school, it's a private school.
Hey,
and then Koye.
When you Koye, Papa.
Baptist Church.
Make up Baptist for say, where the old match. Hey,
Asukwa Baptist.
David. Enkoyi. Kumasi Asukwa.
Baptist say music as was wrong.
And no, it was a lot of them. It is just to also encourage more. It's just to tell them, say, people are really watching it, you know. Obi, and they are so relaxed. Yan should be public free Nazareth. We can do it. Yes, you. Now, you say a parking quadrat is say, the mentality is that. Yeah, they are
how
or they have shut out dream. So I say, yes, you will be over strong. If you that easy over strong. What do strong?
You know, you
be mentality. You have struggled to become successful. Aid your children and teach them the life lessons. No, more than you know. How can you do that?
Say what brain tea? O mamre. Na the anya san ka be ka say o mama brain na hwe nti so ba o be mama Abraham na wu. How can you even have that mentality?
Obi a person the ba here from. I guess sebi awofo a sebi. You have to hey oba ekosura. obey kosra was on go through
me brain ti also no bre
and say no do how bet you facility am do the success land on go through pain
my bre
teach your child life lessons but not these painful ones but he or she should understand that abrabono emu na ho fine the make he was the sunshine exactly the parents say you nim the entia you almost so pass but you know we are victims very important my society
schools nation passes no very important
now for so many omoma obi maka bi nan betra ka say okọ sprinters ofa a marine drive area hono yeah clubs clubs na ofa Lagos Avenue hono nyoma e wo Ghana see no na mo no ada say ya bia tum say sa obi anya de opa na sa gayism and lesbian ya bia tum ana ya bia tum me nyina anya bia so for no asmo kan no say me kan na muntie de nyina onyame ma ne mpare because the acts that are going on in this country Lagos Avenue, Sprinters 18 Junction, Tokrobi Mesho, owned by foreigners. We should move into action as a country. Wow. Adia yempe die. Yenye ntemi yempe. Ejamka asemo ba. Yasusoswa na kodum pempenswa. Eni ukwanse eduna afi adi yesem. That is where we have come to as a country. Where we have all forgotten that it is Ghana first. Patriotism is next. And then we even rely on our various faiths. And then what is going on in this country? Party interest serving, egos at play. Look at the shameful act. And then one say Ghana has not risen to the extent that barricade parliament, the Krakache parliament, to hell with all of them. It's a shame to all of them. It doesn't matter whether you are minority or majority. I'm coming to the media. The last hope, lender of last resort. Or the court bank mua. Now the court is the same one. Baby yakuma ni bibia ni da so nyina wo ye buye brai sua. Supreme Court. It doesn't matter tia won to wase also say. And you know, sometimes humility. If only ni pe binim to say speaker of parliament edin koma. Edin because nimdia owo suahuna owo you cannot easily think say onu onim de oye. But as human as he is, he still think he can still be wrong.
Oh sure.
And we have to as a country shift from these partisan positions. Egos are enya dia poster very poster no be ebeba be twem enya permanent akọ. Why? Omamu ni nyina but to a standstill because assume a senior Bentin and the comedy in parliament. It's just because and the utterances of people who understand law because they are making law. Omu commentary. Baby, they have the guts to tell us that we should follow the law. The legislature, no. They have the guts. They should know that they were amongst us. And I'm not privileged. They are not superhuman beings. They are not, for God's sake, they are not. Some of them, they are mere braggarts. As if they have the power to make Ghana die within a second. If you know, to so minor, a two bunny brababy idea who the tree, the Supreme Court of this land. Now, only present a bay and I said, Mashebe, and I said, Speaker Bay, and only President Bay. When the Supreme Court of the land speaks and you have a contrary opinion, nobody stops you.
Yes. But you have to follow.
You have to. Then will be necessary. And you was idea. And then Kadian will be. But if you have a speaker who out of nothing, Timika check Ghana phone and say, "Ne do no nim baby a nipa omoba parliament omobetina." You know where we are headed towards? It doesn't matter what you think is right in your head. It doesn't matter the perception you have about the Supreme Court. And everybody is looking on concern. Is it not shameful that 2 weeks Ghana, the developmental plan, Because
yes,
these so-called legislatures, no, etime will see another time. 2 weeks, we have not said anything. What we are discussing is where Kwabena Sante will sit and where Obi is supposed to sit. A sovereign country, 66, 7 years. That is the best developmental conversation we can have for the past 2 weeks. Egos at work, partisan interests, threats. People want the country to turn upside down. Can you imagine the country we find ourselves in now? Now, why not? A person will be dim, don't be dim. Why? And you see people we think should know better. Running commentaries that are extremely chaotic. Extremely chaotic. Extremely chaotic. Where are our leaders? Where is the Ghana agenda? The Ghana first. Where is our sense of patriotism? Mr. Speaker, why? You remind us that we are number 3. Whoa. There is a president called Namalanka, they are number 1 saying, why?
I saw your number.
And so what? And so what? Or number 3. And so what? And so what? Now you're number 3 in Yanko chaos man. And so what? If we don't come to our senses and think that Baby Duno is not and it cannot be about individuals and political parties and serving interests that are just not in the interest of the bigger picture. Now you bekono JJ mu say dia. Obi, ye bie kwan bia to and ye twese bia to. We all know. Yade nyina dia bedu nyina say ye mra kuni no. Ye nyina ye gitum say afanfa bebre wo ho no ma esinto aide abem. But train can Obi, it doesn't mean that Obi no from number critic chaos and normal confusion is in this country. My friend. Their act is so shameful. I'm wondering how they call people to appear before them at privileges.
Fortunately, Nyame Adoma Ochna, Supreme Court Nasha said Ochna no di omo final.
Obi, I'm not going to the Supreme Court matter. My point is say whether Supreme Court or no Supreme Court, there has been a first directive from the Supreme Court. Is it not the case?
Sure.
Nadia Assembly. The same Supreme Court na de biada yakuro mo say nguno. This same Supreme Court has been with us all these years. And if we are not careful, these same people we call lawmakers, will make this country fall into a grave. Followed by media. When the Supreme Court gives an instruction, why do you refer to somebody as a MPP caucus in Parliament? For what? Since when did we start calling people NDC caucus, MPP caucus? We have the majority and the minority. Until otherwise. We speaker assemble at the expense of Supreme Court. Never. Me, I will not do that. I cannot listen to the speaker.
You would want to go with what the Supreme Court says. Straight
away. That is the status quo. If you disagree, go there, challenge them with reasonable whatever, arguments, and come back. But as it stands now, the power to restrain or to stop you has been issued or has been given. We still have the same parliament there once we go and contend what is supposed to be done at the court.
Yes.
Why are we just doing this? Whether court net you, whether court into you, whether MPP for Buapayo, whether NDC for Buapayo, it's not necessary. What is necessary is that a voice has spoken, and that voice says that peace be still. Let us take that decision, and afterwards, we'll know whether the seats are vacant or otherwise. What is our problem? It is the activities of this country, government, businesses, everything, and people are just watching them to go scot-free. And I feel money now obeji esgracia. No esgracia ni free. Why are you not holding them accountable? And no one who members of parliament, granting interviews, press conference. For what? For what? BPI your politics. Why? For what? Now Supreme Court you know we never free war. Saudi Arabians they don't want. Why? Why do we allow ourselves to be manipulated like that? Why? I'm not confident wrong. Why? And then women, both private and public businesses, and man, destroy the fiber of everything in this country. Why? People deliberately set people up. Count down to these elections. After a few days, who don't record this? People setting people up. Who don't who are? In Shanka Nyame say, apart from Ashiye no Nyame adom yen, Obi, they plan every day to shame and to disgrace us, to fabricate things about us. But they will all go down. Why?
Mamenye we yentie we emra ba menim say other issues e wo ho.
Well, other issues no we but the person can say I'm happy that the opposition leader,
yes,
former president,
yes,
his utterances today, we share clergy, no,
yes,
very very encouraging.
And
I'm telling you, Kumasi,
okay,
very encouraging.
Okay,
talking about peace, peace. But no crowd challenge with the course of parliament. But Uncle John Kaka and your man fata always crying more than the brief. Some of the parliamentarians, as if some are more MPP or NDC than even Ghana and Ankazane Emo.
Mamintia we mra ba ye be ko into other issues. Ekosiisen so ni me hear some segment ye de Bremono. Montwen yen ye ba sisi ane